government works to implement its flagship program, Planting for Food and Jobs, a soil science and water engineering expert at the University of Cape Coast is cautioning government the policy will fail if irrigation farming and the creation of dams is ignored. According to Professor Livingston Sam Amwa, forgetting about the construction of dams and not thinking irrigation in the agricultural sector would spell doom for food security. He was delivering his inaugural lecture at the University of Cape Coast.
The professor of soil and water engineering lauded government's One Village, One Dam project and was optimistic the project will provide water all year round for farmers, without farmers having to rely solely on rainfall to meet the water requirement of crops. He believes the policy is a meaningful way of enhancing food security in the country and encouraged the need for concrete steps to ensure its fruition. While encouraging diversification of crops for household consumption, Professor Amwa also charged government to operationalize its policies on irrigation to salvage the country from famine and other extreme forms of hunger.
It has been recognized, as has been said in the abstract, that any country that depends on agricultural production as basis for industrial development is most likely to fail if irrigation is not part of the agricultural development plan. Indeed, in some parts of the world, irrigation remains the dividing line between abundant food and no food at all. In irrigation, we are interested in constructing dams over rivers or waters, that is, damming the waters and storing the water so that it can be delivered through the irrigation system for meeting the water requirements of crops. If we continue to rely on rainfall as our main source of meeting the crop water requirements, then we will be risking our future. That is, we'll be damming our future. However, the country faces significant variability in water resources, both spatially and temporally, such as periodic floods and droughts, and uneven distribution of annual precipitation. That on average is about 283.2 billion meter cube per year. The dependence on rain-fed agriculture means that even though production of the major staple food crops may be adequate in most years or some years, seasonal food insecurity is widespread.
Professor Livingston Sam Amwa explains, for Ghana and Africa as a whole to achieve its fullest potential in food security, a certain level of a new crop of entrepreneurial leaders dedicated to the continent's economic improvement through the advancement in science, technology and engineering is required. His inaugural lecture was on ensuring food security, damming the waters or damming our future. Richard Kwejonyako, JoyNews, Cape Coast.